Hey cracks, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. It is Thought Daughter. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about human fatigue. At first I was going to call it black fatigue, then I was going to change it to SJW fatigue, but that's not too conservative. So just human fatigue. Okay, because I'm a centrist. I'm not too left, I'm not too right, I'm just in the middle. I'm just a regular person. Like, I'm just regular. And I know what you're thinking. How can you be regular? How can you not choose a side? Because both sides are bad. Both sides are bad. Too much of anything is a bad thing, y'all. I need y'all to understand. Each side of this spectrum, the far left, the far right, they're both bad because they're far. I think that's just like common sense. But I don't think it's that common. I don't think common sense is that common, honestly. But this is the lesson I want y'all to keep in mind before we get into the topics today. Before you are hypercritical of others, be hypercritical of yourself. If you are preaching one thing but not doing the same, I would never take you serious. And this is for basically everybody. People who are pro this and pro that, but behind closed doors don't ascribe to the same values or beliefs. You are a fraud. You are a poser, and you're using social justice, people who are actually being harmed by these systems of oppression. You're using it for social capital and clout. You're using it for clout. You are lining your pockets with the misery of others because you actually don't care. If you actually did care, you would try to solve the root of the problem and not put a band-aid over the symptom. Hence cancel culture. So let's just get into it. Anyways, roll the intro. I'm just a girl in the world. I'm a girl. Okay, so first things I want to talk about is AI. Y'all, so many people have been talking about AI on Twitter, which is so ironic because every time you tweet, you're literally building up and training Grok, which is the AI on Twitter, which is so ironic. It's another hypocritical thing that I see. A lot of people say AI is bad, but you're actively helping AI, train the AI, and make the AI better so it can take your job. I saw this one meme, it was so funny. Somebody said, AI is taking my job? How the fuck are AI gonna wax a coochie? That is so true, because if your job can get taken by AI, then it needs to be taken for the advancement of the human civilization. If your job can be done by a supercomputer, it needs to be taken. Do y'all not know what the fuck advancement was? Do y'all not know before there were actual calculators? Did y'all not watch Hidden Figures? Did y'all not watch Hidden Figures? Before there was a super calculator, the actual calculators were human fucking beings. Do you know how taxing, how draining the cost of labor to put somebody through to make all these big ass calculations for NASA? No, they had to be phased out because of technology. That's the point of technology. That's the point, is to take away our jobs. We want them to do that. Second, actually, let me keep talking about this, because let's break this down. AI, artificial intelligence. People don't understand what AI actually do. Before AI was so mainstream, before ChatGPT came out, I was using AI. Grammarly, that's a form of AI. I was using AI for all of my papers. Before AI even came out, I used to use the paraphraser AI. I used to use the the Grammarly AI. I used to do all types of AIs. And if you work in the government, they use AI for everything. For housing applications, for food stamps, for SNAP assistance, for FEMA, for job applications. Before people started doing AI interviews, you was being interviewed by AI and you just didn't even know it. Before the cat got out the bag. Okay? AI is used for so many different things. Let me actually list off all the uses of AI, because I really want y'all to get a sense of this is more than just cheating on exams. Like, this is how people live their life. Like, this controls so many aspects of our life. And actually, I figured this out way before this was any topic of conversation, because of my African studies classes at Xavier University, the illustrious Xavier University. So in one of my classes, we were talking about how AI is being trained on only white people. So when black people enter the system, For example, they're trying to apply for some type of grant, some type of loan, they would be discriminated against because AI is only tested on white people. But now AI has the ability to be tested on everybody. Do y'all not see how good this is? The fact that AI was discriminating against people, mind you, AI has been used for so many things in the public sector that influence our day-to-day lives. You was being discriminated against without you even knowing about it. But now we have the chance to actually train AI on black and brown people like us to make the world a better place. Not only, look, your face detection on your phone is AI. You know, some face detections can't even detect the features on a black face. They can't even detect the features on black skin. That's how far deep it goes, because they've only been working, they're testing on white people, because who work in tech? White men work in tech. So obviously they're going to be the ones that are going to be testing out the stuff and training the AI. Now that we are all, the public is training the AI, they're making the AI smarter so it can better suit us. Anyways, it was actually, what the fuck was that documentary? They made me watch a documentary about it, y'all. In my class, I forgot what the fuck it was called. Let me look it up. Coding, a documentary, coding, black people, documentary, Netflix. Shit. Oh, Coded Bias. Coded Bias, y'all. Watch that fucking documentary. And at the end of the documentary, they literally go to the Supreme Court to help with the regulations of AI so it can be more inclusive for everybody. What the result of this case is what we're experiencing right now. It's literally what we're experiencing right now. Okay, so second. Okay, so these are all the things that AI is used for. Food stamps, SNAP, housing assistance, unemployment, job matching, medical imaging and diagnosis, mental health apps, hospital resource allocation. So hospice, all of that is, AI is definitely heavily embedded into that. Okay, law enforcement, predictive policing, which is a bit controversial, and they're gonna get into that in Coded Bias. It's pretty controversial. Court systems, missing persons and trafficking cases. AI even helps with trafficking cases. That's how important it is. Crop health monitoring, disaster responses, climate change tracking, traffic, transits, optimization, energy grid management, water system monitoring. Y'all, it literally not only does it, okay, let me keep going. Assisted tech and disabled users. It helps with disabled people. Language, translation, interpretation. Bias, auditing tools. Tax fraud detection, census population planning. The census, the U.S. Census that is dropped every year that determines how much infrastructure we need, how many schools that is built, how many prisons that are made, is determined by AI. Policy simulations, wildlife monitoring. Talk about AI is bad for the environment. Well, we need AI to track the environment. Elder care, disability claims processing. It's just, AI also tracks carbon footprint emissions. It tracks everything. Well, that's why we need AI. It's fundamental to so many things in our life that people don't really understand. So when people say AI is bad, stop using it. If all the black and brown people stop using AI, then who's gonna keep using it? White people. Then it's gonna go back to the same status quo as it was before. Y'all are not thinking the big picture here. I am so tired of people making blanket statements like AI is bad. Stop using AI. First of all, let's bring back intellectualism. People will say that but not actually know what that actually means, which means doing your research. If you must know, AI only contributes to 1 to 2% of carbon emissions total. 1 to 2%. 1 to 2%. You know what has a bigger environmental impact than fucking AI? Crypto, Bitcoin by itself has more of an environmental impact than AI. Let's start there. So when you say, oh, AI is bad, so is crypto, so is NFTs, so is Taylor Swift and her jet usage. Let's talk about everything that's bad. Y'all wanna pick and choose, but then y'all eat hamburgers as if they are the biggest producer of methane gas in our fucking atmosphere, in our ozone layer, causing us to have higher and higher temperatures every year and contributes to overall global warming. Industrial agriculture and livestock contributes to 14.5% of global greenhouse gases. Okay, isn't that crazy? Global transportation industries, so every car industry except for Tesla, contributes to about 25% of CO2 emissions. AI's direct contribution to global carbon emissions is estimated around 2%. Stop telling people to reduce, reuse, and recycle. And Taylor Swift's carbon footprint is not almost the same, but more than the training of ChatGPT-3. Her carbon footprint is more than the training of ChatGPT-3 from last year, when she was going back and forth to Travis Kelce, going to all his games and stuff, doing her tour, coming back to the States, doing all that. That was more emissions than the training of ChatGPT-3. But y'all want to talk about stop using AI. How about we start using more AI so we can build a better society and have more electric cars and more technologically advanced systems, so we're not using so much water. Y'all not thinking big. How would it make sense for us to regress as a society? How would that make it better for us to regress? What is with this woke regression? I don't understand. When I was coming up, technology was woke. Technology was the left. Before Elon Musk did what he did, being health conscious and being technologically advanced went hand in hand. I don't know what this new era of woke is, but y'all sound stupid. Y'all so woke that y'all right. Isn't that weird how that happens? I don't know. Next, people keep talking about how AI is this because of the education system and people are cheating. Newsflash, people were cheating before AI. I hate to break it to you, people have been cheating before AI. I mean, just because you're a doctor, you think your doctor is not qualified because the AI doesn't change anything. Because the thing that determines if a doctor is going to be, let's say, competent or not, is their directors. They have to go through a board of directors. They have to have tests. They have to have all of these qualifications, certifications, in order to make sure that they are qualified for the job. AI is not preventing you from finding a good doctor. Trust and believe that. And if anything, if you actually go to college, that's how I know the people who be saying this don't actually go to college. They actually want you to use AI in your day-to-day and in your processes of doing homework, finding research, writing papers. Yes, they even want you to they even want you to use it, aiding you to write your papers. If you actually go to class, you would know this. But I guess like not everybody's in the business department. But yeah, our job's not getting taken by AI because we're working with AI. We're going to advance with AI. First things first, anybody can cheat. Just because you cheat doesn't mean you're going to actually get to the position that you want to get to. I know a lot of people that cheat through pre-med undergrad, and they probably would never be doctors because they, first of all, can't pass their standardized exams. Second of all, they're not going to even get past the fucking interviews. So when y'all say, hey guys, going to have do this, and it's going to make people so stupid and make people so dumb. Let me tell you something. I use AI. I've been using AI since high school. It has not done anything bad to me. The problem is not the AI itself, it's the users. If you're getting caught using AI, that's your fault. If you're using AI as a crutch for your schoolwork, that's your fault. It's not AI's fault. I use AI and I'm doing extremely well. I was the cum laude, the summa cum laude, whatever the fuck that is when you graduate, when you at the top, the cream of the crop. You know, why is this fly in here? You're going to make me crash out. You're going to make me crash out. You're going to make me crash out. So when people say AI contributes to people being inadequate or not be able to fulfill their job roles is complete BS, because people have been cheating before that and they have been excluded and filtered out before that. So AI is not really going to change anything. If you're incompetent before AI, you're going to be incompetent after AI. That will never affect anything. It's the user error. It's user error. It has nothing to do with anything else. And let me tell you something. I've been using AI for all of my assignments, all of my classwork. I do specify if I use AI or not. Also, Grammarly is a form of AI, so obviously everybody kind of in some way use AI. If you're using any proofreading tool, that is a form of AI. I hate to break it. And second, there's no way for you to detect if somebody uses AI or not. It's actually very ableist when professors say, oh, this is 80% AI. First of all, there's no way for you to know that. Any professor that says that is capping, because my professors told me that was cap. They told me this, that was cap. There's no way to even figure that out. And people who are ableist, who are autistic, who are not neurodivergent, who naturally write that way, naturally sound like an AI bot, they're going to be discriminated against because of your incompetencies. Isn't that crazy? And also, you need to understand, in order to automate a lot of these tasking, activities that we have to do in the business field, such as writing emails, creating schedules, etc., things that doesn't require a lot of mental capacity, obviously AI is going to automate that. That's the point of it. Do nobody understand what the point of AI is? To automate human tasks that are mundane. So first of all, if your job can be taken by AI, then it should have been took. That's the purpose. That's the natural order of things. Second of all, y'all say AI is bad, AI is bad. No, the regulations surrounding AI is bad. You could say the people who use AI is bad, but you can't say AI is bad, because AI is just a tool. That's like me saying a gun is bad. The gun itself isn't bad, it's the people behind the gun. And people say that in response to gun reform and gun violence. Yeah, I do agree. AK-47 shouldn't be out in the streets. A civilian should not have access to an automatic weapon. First of all, that's fucking insane. What the fuck you need that for? The British is not coming in no fucking Paul Revere here. Why you need a whole AK-47 and you work at McDonald's? That doesn't make no sense. I agree with that. But just because it doesn't make sense doesn't mean that we shouldn't have guns altogether. There's no purpose of guns ever. Do y'all not see how men are acting nowadays with the 4B movement? Shit, you need a gun. You need to have a Glock. You need a Smith and Wesson if you're a woman. Stop being victims. Let's start being the perpetrators. Let's start hurting niggas. Let's start killing niggas. Like bang, 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 bang. Like, what? I don't understand. Y'all want to be so scary. Y'all want to be victims so bad instead of putting your future and your life in your own hands. That would never make sense to me. That would never make sense to me. If you don't want to get a gun and get a taser, like just saying one thing is all of it's bad because people don't know how to act is mental illness. That's mental illness. That's cognitive dissonance. You can say something is bad, but then you won't actually tell the people who are doing these bad things to fix their behavior. It's not the actual tool, it's the people behind it. Everybody should really know this. I feel like this is really common sense. And it's really not guns itself, it's the gun regulation surrounding it. Anybody can get a gun. Anybody can go into academy and say, hey, I want a gun, and they can get a gun. That's the problem. There's no mental health checks. There's no psych evaluations. Anybody who want a gun can get a gun. Just like anybody who want to use AI can use AI. Not everybody know how to use it. Not everybody's smart enough to even understand what to do. So to say that something is bad altogether and stop using something altogether because you don't understand it. That's mental illness. That's mental illness, and that's why I can't get with the left. That whole SJW bullshit that they be doing doesn't make no sense because they're so hypocritical. They would say, oh, don't use AI, but then use Twitter. Oh, don't use AI, but they're applying for food stamps. Oh, don't use AI, but they're applying for jobs. Oh, don't use AI, but their grandma in hospice. Oh, don't use AI, but they trying to they trying to track Taylor Swift jet emissions. Her footprint. How you think they found out her footprint? Who the fuck calculated her footprint? AI. So you see how hypocritical people are. People are so hypocritical to the point that it's almost laughable. See, that's why I stopped saying that I'm anti-capitalist, because I use Wi-Fi. I love shopping. I'm a shopaholic. How the fuck I want to say fuck the system, fuck capitalism, when I love it? I love it. Fortnite, I love it. If you say how's Fortnite capitalist, if you're trying to commodify something that was free, that is free, but you're putting in things that can be purchased to generate a profit, that is a part of capitalism. That's a part of the free market. Oh, well, do you have a problem with neo-capitalism? Okay, maybe I do have a problem with neo-capitalism. Late stage capitalism, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. But the free market, capitalism overall, hell no, I don't have a problem with it. Outsourcing shit, hell yeah. Privatization, hell yeah. I mean, BlackRock is putting everybody out of business. Like, it's fucked up. But how can I say I hate the system when I am actively participating in the system and enjoying the fruits of the system labor? You see how that doesn't work out? You see how that cancels out? How can you say you're against the system, but you're actually providing aid to the system? That's why I say I am just a human. I'm not anti-nothing. I'm not pro-black. I'm not anti-capitalist. I'm not feminist. I'm not none of that, because at the end of the day, I benefit from all these systems, and I will never take away my privilege, take away my social capital to make other people feel comfortable. That's mental illness. I'm not going to suffer because y'all can't hack the system like I can, because y'all don't have the mental capabilities to hack the system. Why would I suffer because of your lack of it? So I was going to say lack of intelligence, but that's not the correct way to say that, you know. And this also leads me to cancel culture. I think I already said this before, but cancel culture doesn't really do anything. Like that black man that was just canceled by only the black community, for real, for adopting white children but neglecting his own black children. Y'all, that is super common. And second of all, yeah, he got canceled, but he got canceled by black folks. He don't give a fuck about how we feel and how we think. He wants white validation. He is starved for it. He is fiending for it. So for you to say, oh, we did that. We did that. Actually, we didn't, because nothing in his day-to-day life changed. Nothing. Because cancel culture doesn't do anything. All it do is put a band-aid over a fucking leak in a dam. If you really want to fix a problem, go to the root. And the root is self-hatred. Black people hate themselves. A lot of them do. And I mean, like, it is what it is. It really is what it is. I mean, I don't know how you fix it. I don't know how to fix the root of the problem. That's why I don't work against the system no more. Shit, I love the system. The system, I keep the system going, like, for real, because nobody got no solution. Nobody know what to do. Nobody doing nothing. Nobody even know how to even go about it in a way that even makes sense. Their idea of activism is everybody dying. If you actually listen to leftists, if you listen to the pro-Palestinians, if you listen to these people who are rioting, and you listen to not the people who are rioting right now for ICE, against ICE, but the people online who are talking about the riots, if you listen to what they're saying, what their solution is, 9 times out of 10, it's just letting the world go to shit and imploding. 9 times out of 10, that is their solution. Everybody die. Rioting to the point where nobody has Wi-Fi. Rioting to the point, overthrowing the government to the point where everybody die in a nursing home. Everybody die in the hospital. Everybody who's on machines will die. Everybody who needs prescriptions will die. Y'all want to live like it's the fucking Walking Dead so bad. Y'all want to live like it's the Walking Dead so bad, because you can't work the system. But if you was able to work the system, you wouldn't be complaining. So that's why I hate when people complain about pretty privilege. Be like, oh my gosh, like pretty privilege is so bad, but then go get plastic surgery. So you wasn't actually complaining about the privilege itself. You just complaining that you didn't have access to the privilege. You're not complaining about the privilege itself. You just want access to it. That's my problem with people who say, oh, we want representation. Then y'all got the representation with that statue in New York City. First of all, when I first saw that statue, I ain't think nothing of it. That black woman looked like 5 black women I know. It kind of looked like my mama. I actually felt good about the statue. I said, damn, this is a beautiful statue. Like, I love this. I want to go visit the statue when I go to New York City. Now they're taking that bitch down at the end of the month. Now they're taking it down because of black women. Because black women, they beg for stuff. They beg for it, and then when they get it, they don't like it. Because activism is rooted in an ego sense of superiority and not actual injustice. It's just some type of morality that people clutch onto to make them feel better than the next person. Representation. Why would you want white Hollywood, white media to represent you? How would they know how to represent you better than your own people? See, and then y'all would say all these things about black owned companies. I mean, like, I do have a problem with Tyler Perry, you know, but y'all would hate on the BET Awards, you know. But I thought y'all wanted black representation. Like, it's just so it doesn't. Black people don't even want what they actually want. They don't. They have so much cognitive dissonance. They can't even understand the oppression that they actually go through and how it truly affects them. Like, it's really insane. And then they're so wishy-washy about it. They want something, but then as soon as they get it, they don't want it. And then they want mixed people to represent them so bad. Try to cling on to the closest black mixed person and make them claim one or the other. The one drop rule is only in America. Only with African American culture you will see the one drop rule. Let people claim if they're mixed. Stop forcing people to claim black. Tyler, hence the Tyler discourse. Let people do what the fuck they want to do. And when you think about lookism and like how people say, there's so many privileges in the world. There's lookism, there's richism. I guess that's just capitalism. There's being able-bodied. You know, nobody ever wants to cancel able-bodied privilege. I get to wake up, I have all my limbs, my heart is beating, I'm breathing in air. That is a privilege, but people don't want to cancel that privilege because a lot of people have that privilege. A lot of people have 2 eyes. A lot of people have a mouth. A lot of people have a nose. A lot of people have 2 ears. A lot of people have skin. Some people, it's only a small percentage of people who don't. Which, side note, do y'all know what nugget porn is? I don't know. The cancel podcast got my brain rotted. Don't look it up. But that's a very small section of the population, the human population. So it's only a problem when a lot of people suffer from something. It's only a problem then. And a lot of things isn't colorism. I'm so tired of people saying this is colorism, this is colorism. No, it's really featureism. Because you could be ugly and be light skinned. You could be ugly and be dark skinned. The people who do the best in life, who got the most representation, who do the best in the entertainment industry are just good looking people. Like, it's not fucking rocket science. It doesn't, first of all, the golden ratio is a true thing. Golden ratio is a mathematical equation. It's just because it was created by Europeans doesn't mean it's not a sound mathematical equation just because math is unbiased. Statistics can be biased if you're using it incorrectly, but the actual equation itself is not. It's found in nature. It's found in art. How did a white man make the world? I'm sorry. Did a white man make the world? Did the white man make this universe? So how the fuck is the golden ratio still Eurocentric? No, anybody can have the golden ratio. I know black women who score higher on the golden ratio than white women. Lupita, I don't know how to say her last name. Lupita Nyong'o. Lupita, you know who Lupita is, baby. You know who Lupita is. Anyways, she's beautiful. Drop dead gorgeous. Her facial symmetry scores so high, it's even higher than Cindy Crawford. Cindy Crawford, she's like the creme de la creme of white supermodels, right? But her face is not even as symmetrical as a lot of black women faces. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, this is science saying this. Some POC score higher than some conventionally attractive white women, because beauty is not based off of Eurocentric features. It's actually based off of mathematical equations. It's based off of symmetry. So when people say, oh my gosh, like I have all these cards stacked against me, that's just your mindset. I mean, maybe it is true, but you allow it to get you down. I mean, y'all, I hate those type of black people that be like, do you want to travel here? No, because they're racist. Someone just said that about China. First of all, the racism in China is nowhere near the racism that you would experience in somewhere like fucking Venezuela. Let's keep it a buck. The racism you face will be nothing like the racism that you will face in a Latin Spanish country. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Maybe like not in Brazil, because Brazil was a slave colony, so there's a lot of black people in Brazil. But the predominantly white Spanish countries, you're going to experience more racism there than China. And there's different types of racism. People don't understand. Shit, choose your best flavor. Choose your favorite flavor. The racism in China is curiosity. They're curious because they never seen no one like you. It's a homogeneous society. So we come from a heterogeneous society, I guess. You know, we see peoples of all different walks of life. They don't. And honestly, when you go to places like Japan, they're not really racist. They're just more xenophobic. They just don't like foreigners. They don't care what you is. And yes, there will be racist incidents. When I went to Spain, people say Spain is the most racist country that you go to as an African American. I went there and had the best time of my life. The only racism that I faced were when I was on a trip, while I was on the trip in Spain, we had other people from different schools. The only racism that I faced were from people from other schools, and the school was from Canada. It's from Canadians. So like, it's really, I hate people who hold themselves back because of imaginary, hypothetical, racist things that they make up in their head. Like, do you not experience racism in America? What would make it any different any other place in the world? Just mind your fucking business and smile. If you come in with the attitude, oh, they're gonna be racist, then they're gonna treat you accordingly. Don't come in with that type of mindset. Be open to things. Why would you restrict yourself of experiencing the amazing miracles and treasures of the world because of your ignorance? Or because of someone else's ignorance? Who gives a fuck? It's your life. Have fun. Like, black people actually live in China love it. They love it. Black people live in Japan, they love it. Black people who live in homogeneous societies, they love it. Yes, there's gonna be a thing here and there, but that's just like in America. So I don't really understand that whole talking point, like, I don't want to go here, I don't want to do this because what if they're racist? Shit, you can give it a fuck. Listen, if you live in Miami, you will experience way more racism in Miami than you will any other place in the world if you're a dark-skinned black person. By the Cubans. Which is so ironic what's happening right now with the riots. And you know what's even more ironic? I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say the quiet part out loud. When black people went to go support Palestine on that trip, they was discriminated against pretty badly. I mean, pretty badly. They was called names. People wouldn't want to touch them. People wouldn't want to take aid from them. And then, when they got back to the States and told their experience, everybody told them, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. They say, shut the fuck up. It don't matter. It don't matter. Shut the fuck up. You need to help, monkey. You need to help. So, at the end of the day, you're going to experience racism everywhere. Just choose your favorite type. Choose your favorite type. And I mean, I live in the South, so I've been getting hate crimed all my life, man. I live, when I was going to high school, the KKK was 30 minutes away. I remember seeing hanging trees. Y'all, Natchez, Mississippi, that's not even like, that's less than 2 hours away. Natchez, the Devil's Punch Bowl. Look at the Devil's Punch Bowl in Natchez, Mississippi. Okay, so when people say racism, but they live in the South, first of all, nothing in the South will trump anything that will happen over anywhere else in the world. I'm just saying. Unless you live in South Africa. But now the shit, they fighting back. Look at all those South African refugees, those white refugees we got right now. Isn't that crazy how that happens? They was discriminating against all their own people, the white South Africans. They wouldn't even, first of all, wasn't it a point where it was illegal for black Africans to wear their natural hair? Or am I tripping? See, y'all don't understand. People who are not well traveled, they have such a small mindset. They have such a small perspective of the world. When you have to understand, it's the way you carry yourself that allows you into certain doors and into certain spaces. It's not really your skin color. It's two things that allow you into any door that you want: how you look and how you present yourself. So I mean, well, that's kind of the same thing. So how you present yourself and your mindsets, because you could look the best you ever looked, but if you had the mindset of being disadvantaged, of no one likes me, of I'm just a burden, people are going to be racist towards me, then you're going to have that experience because that's how you think. So next, this leads me to ugly feminism. I'm so tired of people saying, oh, you can't wear makeup if you a feminist, you can't even wear heels, you can't like work out, because that's all in the male gaze. Whenever the term male gaze came out, that's when I knew I was leaving the woke space. Whenever male gaze and female gaze came out, that's when I knew I am too deep in the woke phase of America. Because first of all, people want to cancel Sabrina Carpenter because she supposedly hates men but caters to men. How is looking cute catering to men? Just because she's attractive, it means you're catering to men? I mean, I guess so. I mean, I guess that's you working your way up the patriarchy and building your social capital. But just because you're building your social capital and working the system doesn't mean you hate yourself. That's the craziest thing. They be like, oh, Sabrina Carpenter set us back 500 years. Because she sing and dance and look cute while doing it. That's what set women back 500 years. But, okay, that's what set it back. But not, let me not speak on it. That's what set it back. Okay, what's her name? Sweeney Todd. Or Sweeney. I don't know her name. You know that girl. You know that white girl who's selling her bath water and that soap. People want to talk about her. But at the end of the day, isn't that what feminism fought for? Our right to make our own money and have monetary value and monetary gains? Isn't that our right to have money? What's wrong with her? What's wrong? I didn't understand what was wrong with that. She's just monetizing her sex appeal. It's literally nothing wrong with that. And people will say, oh, well, she shouldn't do this because that's going to make us look bad as women. First of all, you having bath water and monetizing bath water, or you having an OnlyFans, or you having this, or you having that. If a man is misogynist, a man is misogynist. It ain't gonna change it if you do or if you don't. Look at this latest episode of Love Island, like how Bella A just got sent home. She had one body. That's what men claim that they love. They love women who got one bodies, who haven't done nothing with nobody. And she was the first girl that got sent home. It's an illusion. It's projection. None of this makes sense. When people say they want one thing, they really don't want it. It's all lies. So people want to talk about Sydney Sweeney, saying, oh, she should have did this, she should have did that. She damn if she do, she damn if she don't. I don't think she's a good actress to begin with. So people say, oh, no one's going to take her serious as an actress. I never took her serious as an actress. I think this is one of her best avenues. I think this is exactly what she need to be doing. Whatever she got going on right now, that's what she need to be doing. She need to be doing. And you have to understand, not only is she monetizing what her assets are, she has bills. Did y'all not listen to what she said 2 years ago? She can't even afford her house. When she was working on that car and stuff, did that interview, she can't even afford her house. And you have to keep in mind, most women who work in that industry do yachting. They are prostitutes. So the fact that she is taking the more seen and public way of doing it, and then y'all will go and praise, I'm not going to say some actress because I don't want to get slandered. I don't know if they actually do it or not. But y'all know, y'all see the blind items. Y'all see what those actresses do. Zac Efron. Ooh, y'all see what those yacht boys do. So they need to pay their bills. That's how they get their money. People don't get money from getting paid from acting. That's not a lucrative way to get paid. I mean, that's not a good way to get paid. You know, it's too lucrative. It's not stable. It's not a way for them to have a stable income by acting. And this just shows you with feminists, you danged if you do and you danged if you don't. They don't believe in women having the choice to do whatever they want with their bodies. Why is me choosing to, for example, get a BBL, or me choosing to wear makeup is setting women back years and years and years? That doesn't make any sense. Y'all sound just like conservative men that don't let women get out the house. Y'all sound like these, well, now let me not say that because I don't want to bring religion into it, but when women say, oh, my religion is so oppressive, my religion won't let me do this, or you go to Middle Eastern countries, which is the Handmaid's Tale is based off of. The Handmaid's Tale is based off of real life events. It's not based off of something back in the day. It's based off of something that's happening right now. Anyways, when you look at these countries who don't allow women to sing in public, don't allow women to dance in public, women not allowed to drive, women not allowed to have property, women not allowed to have bank accounts, but y'all want to say a woman having the choice to wear makeup is just as regressive as women not be able to exist? That doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like it's honestly, that is our right to do what we want to do. That's what feminists and our ancestors literally fought for. It's the right for us to do what we want to do just as a man do. Just as men get to do what they want to do. And nobody think, oh, this and this and that. Why can't women do the same thing? Why women have to be at the top of the top and be the cream of the crop and set all these examples when the world is still gonna be misogynistic? It's still gonna be a patriarchy. Me not wearing makeup, me looking plain and ugly is not going to solve the patriarchy. It's not going to save us from the patriarchy. How would that even do anything? And this also goes into Billie Eilish and Renee Rapp. Just because they date a man doesn't mean that they're not bi. Y'all can just want to put so many labels onto people and force these labels down their throats. It doesn't allow people to just be humans. What did Jaden Smith say? I'm not gay, I'm not straight, I'm just me. And that's exactly how it should be. Like, stop making people force them into doing things that they don't want to do. Y'all make people want to come out. Y'all want to say people are baiting and baiting and baiting. No, you just not minding your business, your business, your business. That's the real problem. That's the real issue. So when y'all say people who are fake bi and fake this and fake that, y'all are actually contributing to the issue that y'all are fighting against. And that's really what the problem I have with leftists. And y'all are contributing to the issue that you're fighting against. Leftists, they're supposed to be fighting against division. They create more division. They're supposed to be fighting against oppression. Then they do, I don't know, they don't even solve the oppression. They ain't doing nothing to fix the oppression. Like, what they do? What they do? What they actually do, y'all? What they actually do? Like, because when it actually is time to do something, they don't even do it. That's the biggest issue. Because if leftists were so smart, if leftists could do all these things, then why we got Trump in office? Don't say Elon Musk. Don't say Elon Musk, because before that, y'all wasn't saying y'all was going to vote for Miss Harris. Y'all wasn't going to vote for Madam VP. Y'all didn't want to vote for her because she black and Indian. And she support Israel when her Jewish husband said that they don't. Multiple times said that they was going to call for a ceasefire. Now Greta Thunberg, she got kidnapped. Now Gaza is in a worse state than it was before. Because leftists told their followers, their sheep, to not support a black candidate because of hearsay. Y'all, and that's why I don't have sympathy for a lot of things that going on in this world. People want to be so woke. But when you had a chance to actually be woke, you couldn't do it. When you was given the opportunity to see if you was actually talking the talk and walking the walk, you couldn't do it. So that's why I don't have respect for the left. Because when you had the opportunity to show your best hand, you failed. You failed. At least conservatives, I mean, they won. I mean, barely. They still can't get shit done for real. But still, at least they have some type of togetherness. It's too much infighting on the left. It's too much this and back and forth and this and back. Y'all want to be so intellectually superior to somebody, so you talk down and condescend people that you're trying to encourage to join our team. That's why people say the leftists are no longer the side of the cool kids. The cool kids are now the conservatives, because for some reason Leftism has become so just annoying. People are just so annoying nowadays. They don't know how to talk to people. They talk to people in the most insensitive, disgusting ways. And it's just like disgusting. Like, everything is just bad for women. Everything is bad for black people. Everything is setting us back. It could be the most simplest thing. A statue in the New York City square is setting black people back. It's setting us back. It's setting us back. It's setting us back. Like, why can't we just live? Why can't we just live in peace and harmony and be thankful for our blessings? You know, like, can we just be thankful for once? Can we just be grateful? And it be Americans that be having the most to say. We are the most privileged POC people in the world. But y'all complain more than anybody else. That's the mind-blowing thing to me. We are the most privileged people in the world, but we complain more than anybody else. And that's why a lot of Africans have problems with African Americans. The whole the diaspora wars is because they feel like we're not grateful. And I agree, like, we're not grateful. This is the first time in history when women can do whatever the fuck they want to do, but no, they want women to be ugly hags. Shit, we've been ugly for a long ass time. What, like, what? Like, I'm so tired of it. Like, now they're against plastic surgery because that's against sex work. Sex work is one of the oldest professions in history. It's one of the oldest professions in history. Jesus didn't even look down on sex workers, but you looking down on Sophie Ryan because she making more money than you. That's what you're looking down on. If you had the ability to be in her position and do what she could do, you would do it. But you can't because you're chopped. Same with Sydney Sweeney. If you had the ability to sell your bathwater, you would. But nobody is checking for you. Nobody wants your bathwater. That's why you're mad. You're not actually mad at what she's doing. You're mad because you can't do it. And that's our problem with activists. At least Greta Thunberg, at least she in the trenches, baby. I can't say nothing bad about her, baby. Please, girl, come back. Come back, girl. Somebody look for her. Where she at, y'all? Where she at? But all these other social media activists, I can't take y'all serious because I know y'all don't live the way that y'all talk. Y'all just do this for likes and views. And in real life, nobody cares about none of these issues that we talk about online. When I talk to people online, we do talk. Okay, when I talk to my friends, we do talk about Palestine and we do talk about ICE, and they basically Nazis and stuff. But outside of my friends in my day-to-day life, nobody's talking about this. Nobody really cares. Everybody, we live in a third world country, low-key already. We ain't got no universal health care. The homelessness is out of the roof. People are starving on the streets, but we gotta worry about foreign affairs. So the average American is living in the slums. The average American is living paycheck to paycheck, but we gotta worry about other people. I'm sorry, I do have empathy and I do have compassion, but I know my place and I know when it's just too much. Same with next. That's the last thing I gotta talk about with this whole like SJW stuff. The word slow. Sabrina Carpenter used the word slow in her song. Now people are trying to cancel her for saying the word slow. Y'all took the R word. This is someone who's neurodivergent. Okay, this is coming from someone who's neurodivergent. Slow and the R word mean the same thing. But now y'all just now catching on. Y'all just now catching on what slow mean. Like, it's slow. Like you're mentally slow. Like you're mentally slow. Like, are y'all slow? Like that's the thing that doesn't make no sense to me. Are y'all slow? Like, is that why y'all hurt by it? Because y'all slow. Like, that's just what it makes sense. Like, y'all want to cancel stuff so bad. Like, get a job. I know you afraid of it. Shit, me too. I'm afraid of it too. But get you a job. Worry about yourself. I think this is my solution. Hey, y'all want to know, oh, Beyonce, you're saying all this, but what's your solution to all these systematic issues? Surpass the system and worry about yourself. If you cannot focus on the collective, all you can do is send love and light. That's all I do. I send love and light to the collective. But when it comes to my activism, it's me surpassing the system, me hacking the system, me getting what I need out of the system so I can build a social capital for me and the generations of black folks after me. I'm paving the way. I'm the trailblazer. How do you make sure that the collective is free? It's helping every individual. What W.E. Du Bois said, if 10% of black people are at the top of the 10% rule, then the rest of black people will follow, because we have 10% of the population who are leaders and activists and who are educated. I don't think we have no 10% no more. I think it's like 5%, maybe 2. Let's go back to 10%. Let's build shit. We need 25% to offset how ignorant Zeus Network is. We need everyone who's watching baddies. You losing brain cells. Your ancestors did not fight for your right to do that. But it's your choice though. If you like it, I love it. I guess if you like it, somebody watching it, somebody paying money to go see it. It ain't me. But power to you. You see how easy that is? Don't be focused on the collective. Focus on yourself. If you don't want to watch it, then don't watch it. You know, don't try to cancel a black-owned network because you don't like it. I mean, I still think it's derogatory, but that ain't my business. Mind your business, so you can help the collective persevere. They will follow you as an example. You can't force your lifestyle onto people, and that's the problem with leftists. They want to force their ideologies onto people. They want to force their lifestyle onto people. Same with conservatives. Conservatives want to force Christian nationalism onto people. All I'm going to say is we live in a Christian nationalist society. We all going to kill ourselves. Real shit. They banning vibrators. They banning porn. They banning anime. They banning birth control. They banning manga. They banning music. They banning books. They banning happiness. They banning serotonin. They banning joy. That's the type of life I want to live in. The leftist type of lifestyle where everybody gotta look like the uglies in that movie The Uglies, or in the conservative lifestyle where everybody gotta live like it's The Giver. Which one y'all want to do? How about we do neither, and we make our own path as individuals and lead other people to the same outcome and the same type of world we want to build. So, like, that's all I really got to say. Like, I'm just fatigued. I'm fatigued, man. I'm fatigued. I am fatigued. Let's bring back just being normal. We're the normal people. Can we just be normal again? Why is social media just so focused on forcing people to think exactly how you think? It's exhausting. And it doesn't work. Because if leftists actually worked, if your ideologies actually worked, then why we haven't seen no change? I don't know, food for thought. If y'all side works so well, if your ideologies work so well, why we got Donald Trump? You see how that doesn't make no sense? That's how I know it is an ideological fallacy. So, anyways, I'm done. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, bye.
Instead of complaining about anything, learn to be thankful for everything. # speaking from the heart. B. Fletcher.